If you watch the news or follow legal updates, you know the numbers. Section 302 for murder, 420 for cheating. As of July 1st, 2024, those numbers are gone. India has completely scrapped the Indian Penal Code of 1860. In its place is the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita or BNS of 2023. This new code streamlines the criminal justice system down to 358 sections spread across 20 chapters. The old penal code was drafted when people traveled by horse and communicated by telegram. It left significant gaps when dealing with modern crimes, and assuming those old rules still apply puts you at a disadvantage during a legal emergency. Failing to unlearn the IPC means navigating modern India legally blind, unable to protect your rights or recognize the charges happening around you. The most immediate shift is the complete renumbering of India's most severe crimes. This comparison table shows the movement. Murder moves from Section 302 to Section 103. Rape is now addressed under Section 64. The reorganization also applies to property and civil offences. Theft relocates to Section 303, and defamation is categorized under Section 356. There is also a procedural update. Police must now file FIRs under the specific subsection dictating the punishment for a crime, rather than the broader section that simply defines it. Getting these numbers right ensures that when a crime occurs today, the victim, the police, and the courts are using the same modern legal terminology. The old laws had structural blind spots, offering almost no specific frameworks for organized group violence or the realities of 21st century road networks. This table highlights modern corrections. Section 106(2) introduces strict hit and run penalties. Section 103(2) targets mob lynching. Further down, terrorism is now defined under Section 113, and street snatching gets a dedicated charge under Section 304. For minor, non-violent offences, the BNS introduces a sixth official form of punishment, community service. This gives the courts a way to penalize offenders without adding to prison overcrowding. Instead of stretching 19th century rules to fit 21st century problems, the justice system now uses tools built for modern urban life. The BNS also tightens the legal shield around women and children, addressing specific types of modern exploitation. Section 69 directly criminalizes sexual exploitation achieved through the use of a hidden identity or a false promise of marriage. To prevent the viral exposure of victims, Section 72 enforces strict penalties against anyone who discloses the identity of a sexual assault victim. A response to repeated failures in cases like those seen recently in Kerala. The code adds further protections, including dowry deaths under Section 80, acid attacks under Section 124, and Section 139, which specifically targets networks that kidnap and mutilate children for the purpose of begging. These laws shift the focus toward actively shielding the dignity and identity of those most at risk. The government has also eliminated the colonial charge of sedition, replacing it with Section 152. Section 152 targets specific threats to the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India, separating legitimate national security from political dissent or criticism of the government. This redefinition modernizes the concept of treason, protecting the nation rather than insulating politicians. The original penal code was drafted by an empire to control its subjects. The BNS is built for a republic to protect its citizens. Police stations and courts across the country are operating under this new system right now. The old rules are officially obsolete. Take the time to understand these new numbers and the specific rights they grant you. This law now dictates every interaction between the individual and the state, making it the essential manual for navigating life as a citizen of modern India.